Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and this is a special video. This is the 170th Daphne sequel to 170 Daphne sequels with many more to come. And let's see the special sequel rolling into action.
The party's over now, the dawn is drawing very nigh, the candles scatter, the starlight leaves the sky. It's time for little girls and boys to hurry home to bed, for there's a new day waiting just ahead. Life is sweet, but time is sweet beneath the magic of the moon. Dancing time may seem sublime, but it is ended all too soon. The thrill has gone, to linger on would spoil it anyhow. Let's creep away from the day, for the party's over now. Night is over, dawn is breaking, everywhere the town is waking, just as we are on our way to sleep. Lovers meet and dance a little, snatching from romance a little souvenir of happiness to keep. The music of an hour ago was just a sort of let's pretend. The melodies that charmed us so at last are ended. The party's over now, the dawn is drawing very nigh, the candles gather, the starlight leaves the sky. It's time for little girls and boys to hurry home to bed, for there's a new day waiting just ahead. Life is sweet, but time is sweet beneath the magic of the moon. Dancing time may seem sublime, but it is ended all too soon. The thrill has gone, to linger on would spoil it anyhow. Let's creep away from the day, for the party's over now.
Don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington. Don't put your daughter on the stage. The profession is overcrowded, and the struggle's pretty tough. And admitting the fact she's burning to act, that isn't quite enough. She has nice hands to give the wretched girl her due, but don't you think her bust is too developed for her age? I repeat, Mrs. Worthington, sweet Mrs. Worthington, don't put your daughter on the stage. Regarding yours, dear Mrs. Worthington, of Wednesday the 23rd. Although your baby may be keen on a stage career, how can I make it clear this is not a good idea? For her to hope, dear Mrs. Worthington, is on the face of it absurd. Her personality is not in reality exciting enough, inviting enough for this particular sphere. Don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington. Don't put your daughter on the stage. She's a bit of an ugly duckling, you must honestly confess, and the width of her seat would surely defeat her chances of success. It's a loud voice, and though it's not exactly flat, she'll need a little more than that to earn a living wage. On my knees, Mrs. Worthington, please, Mrs. Worthington, don't put your daughter on the stage. Don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington, don't put your daughter on the stage. Though they said at the School of Acting she was lovely as Peer Gynt, I'm afraid on the whole an ingenue role would emphasize her squint. She's a big girl, and though her teeth are fairly good, she's not the type I ever would be eager to engage. No more buts, Mrs. Worthington, nuts, Mrs. Worthington, don't put your daughter on the stage.
Lastly, before this video is over, this video is in special dedicated honorary to David Scott, or aka Wheels Wheels Wheels, as well as aka David's Collective Videography. Even though he's never used that title, but I'm sure he will at some point one day. A special thanks to David Scott himself, because as a lot of you already know, as I've said countless times, David always shows his moral support and his kindest words of courteous sincerity towards Daphne herself. It's always his kind compliments of courteous sincerity I'm always profoundly grateful and thankful for, and always all the compliments he gives towards Daphne, which I'm almost certainly most graciously thankful for, specifically. I have to say, David, your compliments of courteous sincerity are specifically and strongly appreciated almost certainly by me and everybody else who watches the Daphne videos I make featuring my beautiful gingerish white Maine Coon cat Daphne. And as I know for a fact that you love Maine Coons yourself, David, as we've both had many a Maine Coon conversations together whenever we've met up. And also this video is in dedicated honorary to 2 more people before this is over. Firstly, David Scott, and secondly to Dave Abel, aka the real David Abel. Little did some of you know, and little did I know until I saw his previous live stream, as he's only downsized to doing it once a month now, rather than once a week every Sunday. Dave Abel himself very openly said in his last live stream that he had been viewing my videos of Daphne and Nixie the cats. He'd forgotten the other one's name. The other one is Nixie. It's Daphne and Nixie the cats. I think it's quite likely both he and Sally, or probably just Dave himself solely watching them. He'd openly spoke of my videos featuring Daphne and Nixie, and he described this as my videos as gaining a good following for the Daphne and Nixie videos. And also he gave some nice compliments saying about Daphne and Nixie, thinking of them as nice little cats. Well, he described them as little cats. Well, if you're watching, Dave and Sally, if you two are both watching, Daphne, you'd be surprised to hear this, but Daphne, who is a Maine Coon, just to say, if you two are listening, Daphne is a Maine Coon, and the other one, Nixie, which I know you, Dave, forgot the name of her, the other one is Nixie, and she is a Russian Blue, and Daphne is a Maine Coon. And this may come as a surprise to both of you, but Daphne and Nixie are only 10 months old. Well, Nixie will be 10 months old on the 16th of February 2022, and Daphne is only 10 months old. Daphne, believe this or not, Dave and Sally, and Pud, if you 3 are watching. Oh wait, well, Pud's gonna go crazy if anyone says, "Pud, where's the pussycat?" Yes. Well, if you two, Dave and Sally, just excluding Pud, because he'll go absolutely crazy otherwise. But to Dave and Sally, Daphne turns 1 on the 31st of March 2022. And Nixie herself, the other cat, who you, Dave, forgot her name, which is alright, I'm just reminding you now, and Sally, in case she forgot as well, Nixie, the Russian Blue, turns 1 on the 16th of April 2022. I don't know if you two have heard of Maine Coons before, or if you two, let alone, have had any Maine Coons, but my friend David, a different David that is, he once had a Maine Coon cat. Well, really it was his mother's cat, but he used to see quite a lot of him, and Maine Coons, in a way, since knowing Toulouse, the late Maine Coon, it's sort of given him a great fascination to Maine Coon cats. You know, just to say. Okay, well, this video in dedicated honorary, secondly to Dave and Sally Abel after David Scott, and lastly to the lovely Heather from Canada, who is given, oh my god, honestly, I've known Heather since viewing Dave and Sally Abel, as a lot of you may already know already, or may not have known until I'd said. She has commented a few times on some Daphne videos before, Oh my goodness. Having known Heather for about nearly a couple of years, you know, and since Dave and Sally over the past couple of years of viewing him on and off whenever I can, she is just the most loving, just the most special, loving, friendly lady anyone self could have encountered. Really, she is. And a lot of Canadians do, particularly the Canadian females, and certainly the males, not to mention, they have a very, very friendly and kind personality trait. As my mother once went to Canada many years ago, and she describes the Canadians as incredibly friendly, and she just loved their friendly hospitality and friendly personality, and their enormously kind personalities she very much admired to Canadians. We all appreciate your most loving, motherly, friendly comments towards Daphne, Heather. If you're watching, that's Heather from St. Catharines, Ontario in Canada. All of us appreciate your compliments towards Daphne, and as you described her as the little dear before we got her, because obviously, as you may have known already, my friend owns Daphne's parents, and it was my friend who'd sent me the video of Daphne, of her very, very first video, of when she was just a tiny kitten, but now she's quite a big girl. Well, being a Maine Coon cat, Heather, if you're watching, Daphne herself being a Maine Coon, she's very big for her age, and she's very likely to keep growing until she's about 2. And she's going to be really quite large. She's already very big. She's about twice the size of Nixie already, even though she's only about 2 weeks older than Nixie. Being only 2 weeks older than Nixie, she's about twice the size, about twice as big as she is. Well, a couple of times bigger than Nixie, that is. Special thanks to Heather lastly. And thanks all indeed for watching this special Daphne sequel. Here is to many, many more Daphne sequels, many, many more to come, especially when she is thriving in growth for true Maine Coon fashion. Thanks for watching, and ta-ta everybody, another time from Foxy.